Okay, what's up, everybody? Lunch break lifter here, coming at you again. This time we got a lower A workout. That's safety bar squats, front squats, Romanian deadlifts, farmer's carries, and reverse hyper. And I thought today I would talk about supportive equipment and what the deal is there as I do these safety bar squats. So lower A, I start off again with 5 sets of triples on the safety bar squat. And today was 258. So I'm linearly progressing this lift nicely. Been just adding 5 pounds per week. The goal is to hopefully get it into the at least low, ideally mid 300s doing this. We'll see how far I can get. But looking back at this footage, I'm happy with it. Like, the bar speed is good. The main thing I look for on these is bar speed and hip shift. I never want this lift to turn into a straight up good morning. So as long as my back angle is solid, and I hit depth, and the bar speed is good, no grinders, we're happy. Anyway, supportive equipment, let's talk about it. So, I wear knee sleeves and a belt on my squatting and some other lifts as well, but some people might not understand what the deal is here. So, why would one wear knee sleeves and a belt? Let's start with the belt. Because the belt has the most misconceptions, I think. The belt is not magic, okay? Putting on a lifting belt and cinching it super tight like a corset is not magically going to protect your lower back from injury. In fact, that's not even really the right way to wear it. The purpose of a lifting belt is to help cue you to brace properly. Supportive equipment in general, and I'm not talking about equipped powerlifting stuff, knee wraps. I'm talking about like knee sleeves and a belt. Here's what it's equivalent to. If you were to train with a buddy and you were teaching him how to do a cable row. Say he was doing a seated cable row and he'd never done it before. He's new to the gym. A lot of people would have him sit at the cable machine and get ready to row and say, okay, and then you'd put your hand on his upper back and say, I want you to squeeze all of this together. And you'd keep your hand there while he's learning the movement. And what that would do is help cue your buddy to squeeze all of his back musculature together on the pull, making sure that his form is good and he's not just using his biceps to like curl the weight towards him. No, you want to engage your back, right? So supportive equipment in general is like that. Knee sleeves and a belt. The belt is there not to magically protect your lower back. Like on these front squats, the belt is there so that when I take a big breath and brace, the belt is this physical contact that's reminding me and helping me push my core outwards and brace it tight and turn my upper body into a pillar that cannot be crunched or bent. And that's what a belt does. You're not supposed to cinch it so tight you can't breathe so that it just holds your lower back in place. This is front squats, 3 sets. Today was 210. The third set I got 8, I think. And I went to the zone on those last 3 reps. I wasn't blacking out, but I was definitely transcending reality a little bit, which was great. Anyway, the belt is there to cue a proper brace and help your abdomen push against something to achieve that proper brace. It's not to cinch down like a corset and it will not magically protect your lower back. A proper brace is what's going to protect your lower back, and a belt helps you do that. Similarly, knee sleeves, same thing. The stretch and tightness of the knee sleeves is not enough to actually mechanically help you lift the weight. It's just so that when you are at parallel or in the hole of a squat, there's this just kind of tightness on your knee, just enough as if someone had their hand there, a coach had his hand there saying, remember to drive these out and stay engaged through your legs. It's just a cueing mechanism. And that's why you do it. And I would recommend to anybody, you'll get different opinions about this. Oh, you're too much of a novice to wear a belt or knee sleeves. I don't think there's a problem with messing around with them, even if you are relatively new to the gym. I think if you're brand new, it's just not necessary. But I don't think you have to have elite numbers or anything to mess with them. I really don't. I think if you want to experiment with them, that's totally fine. But just know, you need to know their place. It's not a fix for bad form. It is not going to help you magically lift more weight. It's just a cueing device. Again, just my opinion. But that is it. So now we're looking at Romanian deadlifts. 3 sets. Got 8 on this last set here. Love this movement. I was so happy when I figured out this way to do it with the parallel grip handles. So grip is not an issue. I'm not using straps. It's great. And then more farmer's carries. So moved up to 92.5 pounds per hand on these 3 runs I do here at the end of my lower A day. I've been really happy with how the lower workouts especially have been going. They've been linearly progressing quite nicely. And as we all know, you have to enjoy linear progression while it lasts, because it doesn't last forever. But until it stops working, you stick with it, and that's the key. Maybe I'll talk about that briefly. Program hopping. Don't do it. I've been guilty of this many times in my life. Many times. And it's hard, but you have to know if something's working or not working. You have to stick with it long enough to know. And that's oftentimes longer than you'd think. It's shiny new object syndrome, right? You're on a program. It's going well. But then, I don't know, you see a YouTube video or you see an Instagram post or whatever, and there's some new exercise that you see or some new program or whatever, and suddenly you get excited about that one, which is fine, but then you jump over to it and you jump off of your current program and you incorporate all these new lifts that are not trained. And you basically kind of restart. And especially if you're a total rank novice, that's bad, because if you do that and you program hopscotch all the time, what happens is that you never gain the real expertise that you need and become proficient, because a lot of lifts, especially the big compounds, are themselves a skill. It's a skill as well as a muscle building endeavor. So you got to give it time. You got to be patient, and you got to be consistent. And those are notoriously hard things to do. But that is what you need to do. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to keep uploading these lifting logs and just talking about random subjects. So stuck around this long, appreciate you. All right, peace out, bye.